Hello, everyone. A very warm good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you to the third masterclass of our AI July internship. Before we dive into today's masterclass, let's do a quick recap of the last masterclass. The last masterclass was held on Friday, which consists of introduction to generative AI, transformers, and large language modules. So basically, two deliverables that you need to submit in this internship. When I talk about the two deliverables, wherein the first deliverable is the learning plan. The deadline of the learning plan has been extended from 26th to July, from 26th July to 28th of July. I know many of the students are facing problem by logging into the platform. So don't worry, we have extended the deadline 2 days prior, which is 28th of July. The link of the course is already has been shared with you over a WhatsApp and the Word doc of recordings and resources. When I talk about the second deliverable, which is placement assistance learning plan. Same, the deadline of this learning plan has been extended from 26th July to 28th of July. Okay, so I didn't, give my introduction in the last previous masterclass. So I'll give you a quick introduction of myself. My name is Rashika Motwani. I work as a senior project executive in CSR Box. As many of you are already familiar with Amit by now, Amit is our guest speaker for today. In addition to that, he has also successfully completed 100 plus hours of virtual masterclasses, delivering lectures on several AI topics pan-India. So, over to you, Amit, and best of luck with today's masterclass.
Thank you so much, Rashika, for this introduction. We are going to start our Masterclass 3. Welcome everyone to this masterclass on prompt engineering. Today we are going to discuss a lot about how to make the most of all the AI tools that we have. I'm seeing that in chat you are already using some of the AI tools to record these meetings and create meeting notes. Congratulations, you are already working with the AI tools. But we are going to learn a lot of AI tools in today's masterclass, how to use them effectively. I welcome you all into our third masterclass. There are some less participants today. If your friend is yet to join, so please ask them to join. Then we will be able to make the most of this masterclass. Nonetheless, let's start this amazing masterclass. Let me share you all the slides that I have designed specially for you. We're going to learn how to write effective prompts in today's masterclass. And I'm going to teach you how to write these prompts so that the large language models or all the AI tools that we have in the market today, they are designing and they are creating whatever you want to create. All right, so let me just quickly share the first slides. What we are going to learn today, we are going to learn the principles of prompt engineering. There are so many generative AI tools in the market, so we are going to learn how to use all of these. And the principles of the prompt engineering or the principles of writing good prompt always stay the same. We are also going to learn what is a good prompt, how to write these good prompts, which is basically prompt engineering. We are going to also learn advanced prompting. First, we are going to learn about basic prompting, how to write good prompts, then advanced level prompting. So I'm going to share you one short framework that will always enable you to get the desired output from whatever AI tool that you are using. Then we are going to customize ChatGPT so that ChatGPT understands us and it works for us. So you will be able to make ChatGPT work for you as your own personal assistant with this customization tool that ChatGPT offers. Then we are going to do data analysis with ChatGPT. We are going to implement computer vision with ChatGPT or Gemini. We are going to generate images with Dolly, Gemini, and Playground, which is one of the AI apps. We are going to learn how to add motion to pictures, how to remove watermark for images, generate text from audio. Remember, I promised you to show you the video of Kishore Kumar's song in Modiji's voice. So we will be having that fun also too in today's masterclass. You are going to learn how to convert a text to an audio, convert audio to another audio, and how to convert text to video. So a lot to cover in today's masterclass. Today's masterclass is going to be a little bit longer, as you must have also seen the messages from CSR Box team. It's going to be 2.5 hours long. So if you're not aware about the masterclass being a little bit of longer than that, then please make some time so that we have a good time to practice all the things. Otherwise, I will have to rush forward and rush towards the end of the class, and that you are not going to practice what we are learning. So practice is really important. Again, I kind of like ask you to please participate, just like we participated in the last 2 master classes. So you were amazing in the last master class as well as the first one. You were participating, you were focusing. That means that you were serious about the master classes. Also, if you have a pen and paper nearby, please grab it so that you can make notes. I'm seeing that a lot of people were making notes in the last master class, and those people who have made notes, they have something to remember once they are out of this class. So let's begin our masterclass on prompt engineering. And what is it? What are the layers of it? How can we write effective prompts? I told you in my first masterclass that this is a story about how I save 5 to 6 hours every day by outsourcing my work to ChatGPT and all these tools that are there in the market. So you will also be able to utilize all these tools. And remember that there are 2 types of generative AI engineering that is happening, that is going to boom in the world that is about to come. So one type is the engineers who will kind of like design the generative AI frameworks, the tools like ChatGPT. They are going to use transformer models and all of that software part of it. And there will be some creative people who will be using these generative AI tools and working them to their advantage. So there will be companies who will be hiring prompt engineers because they are able to work effectively with all the AI tools that are there in the market. So prompt engineering is the process of designing and optimizing prompts that are used in natural language processing models, NLP models, like ChatGPT, chatbots, or virtual assistants. So how to get the correct prompt, or how to write a prompt that always get a correct output, is prompt engineering. This is one of the very popular kind of like term in the last 2 years in the job market. A lot of people are getting employed just because they can write wonderful prompts that can drive the correct output from all these generative AI models. I'm training my team on prompt engineering so that they are saving their time as well as they are increasing their productivity in our company. So prompt engineering is very popular, and it's very important in the world of AI. So let's dive right into what are prompts, why prompt engineering is required, and what is prompting. Okay, so prompt engineering is kind of like fishing. If you have done fishing before, or even if you have not, then imagine that in a vast ocean where there are lots and lots of fishes, we are kind of trying to grab or catch the right fish. So these large language models we talked about in the last masterclass, right? So these large language models, they have a lot of knowledge because they have been trained with all the data that we have in the internet. And these large language models to get the right, so you can't get the right output by just typing anything in a large language model, right? Or just by asking ChatGPT anything. That would never lead to a particular output. That would be like shooting an arrow in the dark. If it hits, it hits. If it misses, it misses, right? So prompt engineering is like fishing. To catch the right fish, you need to set up the right lure. So if you want a smaller answer, or if you want a bigger answer, or if you want a more detailed answer, so you need to write the right prompt to get that desired output from the generative AI models that we have in today's world. So it's kind of like if you want to catch tuna, then you will have to set up the right bait because tuna will eat something else. If you want to catch salmon from the ocean, then you will have to use the right bait what salmon is. So prompt engineering, it's kind of like analogy that I use. So it's like fishing. To catch the right fish, you need to set the right lure. So to get the right answer, you need to write the right prompt. All right. And there are lots of generative AI tools in the market nowadays. We have ChatGPT, which is the most popular large language model tool. It has been marketed like that, and it was one of the AI tools that made generative AI popular. Google also launched subsequently Bard in the market 1 year later than ChatGPT, and it is now being renamed as Gemini. We will also compare and contrast these two tools, how they look like, and we are also going to learn how to write effective prompts in both of them. Midjourney is used for image generation. Sadly, Midjourney has no free plans for people now. When it was launched, they had free plans, and we could use Midjourney for free to generate some of the images. Now it doesn't offer that, so we are not going to use Midjourney, but we are going to use Playground, which enables us to generate 50 images. And we are also going to see how what is the difference between stable diffusion and the diffusion models, and how it works in reality. So what is the difference between an image generated by a stable diffusion compared to a Dolly model? And Quillbot is used for paraphrasing. That means if you have answer in one language, then you can convert it to another language. Grammarly is again a quality management tool that we can use for AI. Vertex AI is Google's another branch that does text to audio conversion. IBM has its IBM Watson that you are going to learn in the next masterclass, how to design your own chatbot using IBM Watson technology. Microsoft has Copilot. GitHub has also GitHub Copilot to write the code. Okay, so there are so many tools in the market right now. And recently, MetaG has also launched its own AI, and not this MetaG though. This MetaG, that's the Meta. So Meta has launched its AI tool for WhatsApp. You can also go to WhatsApp and talk to the Meta AI. So, but nonetheless, whatever tool that you are using, if you are using ChatGPT, Gemini, Meta AI, or any other tool for that matter, the principles of prompt engineering always remain the same. Okay, so there are 3 principles of prompt engineering. Whatever prompt you are writing to the large language model, remember it has a vast information, and it can only tell you the right answer if you are putting in the right prompt. Okay, so the first principle of a good prompt or a prompt engineering is your prompt has to be specific. If you want to generate a poem out of ChatGPT or large language model, you need to tell specifically that you need to write a poem on whatever topic you want to do. So the more specific you are in your prompt, the more focused your output will be. Again, large prompts work very well now because we have this parallel processing, because we use these GPUs for these large language models. Earlier, we used to do recurrent neural networks or LSTMs. They were not good in longer prompts. Their contextual window was very small. But it's always good to work in steps. That means that, okay, so if you want something from ChatGPT to be generated, you break that task into small chunks, and then you write the prompts to ChatGPT to write. And then always iterate and improve. Whatever ChatGPT has generated, don't take it as granted. So you need to iterate and improve according to how you are going to how you want ChatGPT to generate your text. So write follow-up prompts to improve your answers, and have ChatGPT improve on its own output. In the last class, I had polls, and in this masterclass, we don't have polls because you will be working live with me on all of these AI tools. So we will not have time for polls. But you only told me that a lot of people, more than 70, it was 90, I guess, 90% of people have a ChatGPT account and they have used ChatGPT before. I'm sure that you must have written all of these amazing prompts in your life till now, but I'm going to make sure that from now on, whenever you want ChatGPT or a large language model to achieve something, you are always writing the correct prompt. Okay, so this is for people who don't have a ChatGPT account. If you don't have a ChatGPT account, don't worry. ChatGPT you can use instantly. From this video, I'm just going to play how you can start using ChatGPT without even creating an account. So you need to just go to chatgpt.com, and you need to just write a prompt and send it by clicking on this one, and it writes a prompt like this. So let's do it together. Let's log into ChatGPT. I'm also going to log into my ChatGPT account so that I can use it in this masterclass further. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to now, I'm going to share my live screen, and we are going to together go to ChatGPT and launch the ChatGPT account. I will use a different ID this time. I'll use someone else's. Okay, I will use a student ID so that I am also seeing the same window that you are going to see. So I'm going to type ChatGPT. You also go to another window, type ChatGPT. If you have a ChatGPT app, then you can also open that app on your phones. But some of the things might not work on the app, so you will have to use a laptop in that case. Okay, so we are going to open ChatGPT, introducing ChatGPT's OpenAI, this one, and click on this Try ChatGPT option, and you will be here. If you just want to sign up, you can quickly sign up using creating an account. Go to continue with Google, and I'm going to continue with this account. And I think that I don't remember the password for this account. Okay, so I'll use another one. Don't worry. I have this one, I guess. Okay. And you go to ChatGPT and try sign up. And yes, I remember the password here. Yeah, so you just continue, click on continue, and it will open this OpenAI platform. Okay, you just add your it has month first. So you add your birthday and you log in. Okay, so this is a ChatGPT account, and you can just continue and you can try 40 and you will be logged in here. All right, so quick rain check on people who have logged into ChatGPT. So please let me know in the chat box if you have logged in, then type I have, and if you are still yet to log in, then I have not. So please do it fast so that I know how many of you have logged in. Thank you so much, Anushka, you have logged in. Rashi also has logged in. Gaurav has logged in, and thank you so much if you have logged in. So I will just be a rain check just to know all of us are at the same page. If ChatGPT is showing error, can I use Microsoft Copilot? Yes, you can use Microsoft Copilot. You can also use Gemini, because the concepts of prompt engineering are same. Okay, so whatever concepts I'm going to teach apply to ChatGPT, Gemini, and whatever tool that you are using. All right, so if we have logged into ChatGPT, let's write our first prompt. Okay. So here are 10 great prompts to start. So what we are doing is we are understanding how ChatGPT works and how this prompt engineering works. So we are going to pick one prompt out of these 10. And these are some prompt starters for general purposes. And we are going to pick that prompt, and then we will see how we can engineer that prompt to get the desired output. Okay, so these are basic prompts that we use in day-to-day life. So we write prompts like this: help me create a budget plan for da 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 da. Define the following term and give a metaphor on something. So I use this prompt engineering. So I wanted a metaphor, and I asked ChatGPT define prompt engineering and give me a metaphor for it. Okay, so it gave me the metaphor that prompt engineering is like fishing. List some recipes using some ingredients. You can just give ingredients and it will write a recipe. Compose 5 headlines for any headlines for anything. So you pick one, and we will improve that prompt using prompt engineering. Okay, so I will just pick up this one, explain the basics of and I will finish it with explain the basics of, let's say, uh, solar panels. Okay, so explain the basics of solar panels. So I'm using this prompt, and we will see how we can improve that prompt using prompt engineering so that we can get the desired output out of ChatGPT. Okay. You can, however, choose any of the prompts from these 10 prompt starters. I am choosing this one, explain the following. So it was not explain the following term. It was explain the basics of. Okay, explain the basics of. And I told that I need to know about solar panel because I'm interested in saving some electricity. And let's see if the ChatGPT is generating. So whatever ChatGPT understands or knows about solar panel, it has started writing all of this. Okay, and remember that in the last masterclass, we learned that ChatGPT generates these word by word or token by token. It's not giving me all of it together. Now, this is kind of like a very lengthy article that it's writing, and I was not using the effective prompting technique here. So what I did was I just wrote a basic prompt, which was explain the basics of solar panel, and it started generating me text like this. And because I was not specific, because my prompt was not very engineered, I got a general purpose output. Right? So remember, I told you that ChatGPT has been fine-tuned to generate general purpose outputs. Right? So this will I can, if I can just go to Google and I can just type this, explain the basics of solar panel, and I go to any website, I believe that I will find somehow the same okay, so same kind of information that ChatGPT is generating, because ChatGPT is generating it using the knowledge from the internet, right? All right, and this is not how we should use ChatGPT. Of course, if you want to learn some basics of some topic, you can ask ChatGPT that question. But what happens is ChatGPT is more of a large language model, and large language models, they take up much energy. So in our first masterclass, what we were doing is we were learning about the dangers of AI, and one of the danger of AI was sustainability. So one query that you generate to ChatGPT, it takes up 10 times more energy than the Google search results, right? So ChatGPT is not effective if you are asking it questions regarding the questions that you can find easily on Google. How to leverage these large language models and how to generate the output is what we need to think, and that would be the more sustainable use of all these tools. So let's work on. So these were 10 great prompts to start. So I would like you to also pick up one prompt out of these 10. And what we are going to use is, we are going to, in this journey of learning prompting, we are going to define that prompt, refine that prompt, and generate the desired output out of it. Okay, so any prompt you can choose from this, and we will define and refine that prompt. So I chose this, explain the basics of solar panels. You can choose any of the prompts from this, and let me know in the chat box. Please let me know in the chat box if you want to just whatever prompt that you are using. So I am reading it a message from Zia, and Zia is saying that if I want to make notes from video, then what app I should use. So stay to the end of this masterclass. I will tell one app, one AI tool that we will use in today's masterclass to make notes from a video. Okay, so that I will tell by the end of this masterclass, because that is towards the end of my slides. All right, so let me first know which prompt that you are using it by typing that prompt in the chat box. I will give you 1 minute to type that prompt in the chat box. So any of these, pick one, and we are going to improve that that prompt from now on. Okay, so I am waiting for you to share your prompt with me on this. Okay, so Nitesh is saying that he's using a 10th one, create an opening scene for a video showcasing something. And Rajshri is using suggest ways to improve my resume. That's the 6th one. And Aditi is saying that sum up the God of Small Things book by Arundhati Roy in a tweet, and list some recipes using baking soda. Compose 5 headlines for Anag is saying he's using that. So Anag, you need to complete that. You need to add after the dot dot dots. So suppose compose 5 headlines for a YouTube video regarding AI or something like that. Rashi is saying that help me create a budget plan for my 7 days trip. Ramakant is saying suggest ways to improve my resume. Niharika is saying that suggest ways to improve my resume. A lot of people are writing the prompt of how they can improve their resume. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for your response in the chat box. It's going to be a little bit of different experience than the last class, because you just had to select the answer. Here you will need to type the answer in the chat box. So series writing provides some tips for starting my journey in painting. Okay, so whatever you are going to, whatever prompt that you are using, we are going to tune those prompts. We're going to engineer those prompts so that it always generates the right answer for us. Okay, so now to change or to kind of like engineer our prompt, we use something called prompt priming. Okay, so priming is one of the way that we can always generate better responses from ChatGPT. So I will show you what response I generated from ChatGPT. So explain the basics of solar panel, and it generated me this long, lengthy response. Why? Because I did not add any of the initial input to the model before generating a response. An example of prompt without priming. So what we do in prompt priming is we give some prior information to the ChatGPT, to the prompt, so that the ChatGPT understands about the context of what we are generating, and then it generates it like this. A lot of people are asking me in the chat box to let the people who are there in waiting room in. So I would request the CSR box team to help me in this, because I will not be able to do both of the things together. So if you are here, then please let the people in the waiting room in. Okay. So example of a prompt priming is, what course should I do after my graduation? So if I am someone who wants ChatGPT to give me some suggestions, and I write this prompt that I'm a little bit confused about what to do after graduation, so I will use this prompt. So let's see what it generates without priming. So this is the general use case of ChatGPT. Sometimes what we do is we take all these large language models for granted. Of course, we can talk to them in a natural language, but if we want to learn about prompt engineering, and if we want to work with these large language models, then we need to supply more information than we are asking them to. So what is a course that I should do after my graduation? And let's see if what it generates. Now it generates me a general purpose answer. So something, if I ask someone from my whoever is there in my family, then they will also kind of like answer these questions like this. So it will tell, okay, so to determine the right course, you need to do a self-assessment. What subjects you want to do, you enjoy, what are you good at, what are your values, what is your research. If you want to do consultation, popular postgraduate course options are master's degree, doctorate, and so it is not serving any purpose, because even after using ChatGPT, I need to do all of those exercises for me, right? So this is, I already know if I do all of this, then I will be able to select the right course. But the example of a prompt priming will be if I can tell about myself to these large language models, so that it can take up the contextual information of me and then use that contextual information to generate the output. So prompt priming means we are providing some initial input to ChatGPT or these large language models before generating a response. So a prompt with priming will be, I am currently pursuing bachelor's in computer science engineering. So I'm telling about myself. I want to make my career in artificial intelligence. So this is an example prompt, okay? So I have basic skills of Python and data science. I want to start my own AI company in the next 5 years. And what course should I do after my graduation? So I am adding more information so that I want ChatGPT to understand my persona, what I want to do, and then it should respond like that. Okay, so we had a prompt like this, like basics of solar panels. Explain the basics of solar panels. And it generated me a prompt like a general purpose prompt like this. A prompt with priming will look like, I am a solar engineer. Okay, so I am telling about myself. I want to propose a product to my clients. Okay. Explain the benefits of solar panels for a client meeting. The client is a homeowner. Okay, so I just added some of the information. So I am right now not following any framework. I'm just using priming to generate my output. Okay, so suppose I am a solar engineer and I want to explain the benefits of solar panels. So instead of writing basics of solar panels or explain the benefits of solar panel, I am going to give a little bit of priming to my prompt. That means a prior information. And let's see how it generates the answer. Okay, so now it's writing benefits of solar panels for homeowners, and it is writing cost savings, return on investment, environmental impact. So now it is understanding that, okay, I am an engineer, I want to propose a product to my clients, and the client is a homeowner, and I'm explaining the benefits of solar panel for a client meeting. So now my content is more refined. This is a difficult answer to find in the internet, right? Because this is more customized towards my needs, right? So it is writing as if it is writing for homeowners, and it is explaining the benefits of solar panels for homeowners, right? So I have added a little bit of information in my prompt prior to writing the prompt that increased my prompt a lot. So I would request now you to use this. Provide some information, what you are doing, who you are, why do you want ChatGPT to generate that, and see what is the response ChatGPT is generating to the prompt that you used before. Okay, so let's practice prompt priming in general. So I will take example of one of the last prompt that Mohit has sent to me. So Mohit has asked ChatGPT, help me to create a budget plan for my trip to Goa. Now, a priming will look like, I am a student. If Mohit is a student, then I'm a student who is planning to, who currently lives in Delhi. Suppose if Mohit lives in Delhi. So I'm a student who lives in Delhi. And my pocket money is something, something, something. I want to go to Goa with my friends for a trip. Now you write the prompt. Help me to create a budget plan for my trip to Goa. Because if you just write help me to create a budget plan for my trip to Goa, it will just generate any general purpose output because it doesn't understand who you are. So if you give a little bit priming before your prompt, then it will generate a significant output which will be beneficial to you. So I would like you to send me in the chat box whatever prompt you used prior and the prompt that you are using right now after adding some priming to the prompt. Okay, so Rajshri has written suggest ways to improve my resume. So that's a very generic prompt, right? So I want Rajshri to prime that prompt. That means adding some information. So Rajshri will write, I am currently a student of this university doing bachelor's in this or master's in this. And or if you have completed your studies, then you will write, I've completed my studies. I want to apply to a company who is such, such, such. My resume looks like this and suggest me some ways to improve my resume. Okay, so it will improve, it will suggest you resumes according to your persona. So I'm already getting prompts from Ramakant is writing, suggest a way to improve my resume for getting placements in AI and DS. Now again, Ramakant, you are writing a prompt, you're giving some prior information to the ChatGPT, but you are not telling ChatGPT about your persona. So if you tell ChatGPT about your persona, it will understand better. It will make more contextual information, and then it will write the better results. So Dave is give me the recipe of tiramisu. Can you alter it in such so that I don't have any non-vegetarian ingredients? Okay, so you have given so this is not example of prompt priming. This is example of uh, uh, actually there is a technique. I just forgot the name of that. So that would be refinement, right? So that would be example of refinement. You are refining it after it has generated something. So priming is basically adding some information, prior information to your prompt to make to help ChatGPT understand about your context and then generate the prompt. So Aditi is writing sum up the God of Small Things books by Arundhati Roy, which won the Booker Prize in 1997 in a tweet. I want the tweet to describe about the reasons behind the book winning Booker Prize. My tweet should bring the society to recall the beauty of writing that book holds. Okay, so yeah, adding more information to it so that it is refined. Priyam is refining his prompt as I am a CSE AIML student. I want to develop a future in AI. Suggest me the ways to develop skills. Okay, yeah, so that's prompt priming. And Anag is sending me both old and new. Compose 5 headlines for AI image generator. Now Anag is writing, I'm a BTech student in computer science. I made an AI image generator. Compose 5 headlines for AI image generator targeting game and app development. So yes, adding some prior information. So Dhanvi has before written, please suggest me a car to buy. Now Dhanvi is writing, please suggest me a car that is around 40 lakhs and is known for reliability. It should also have a good mileage and have good tech embedded in it. A pinch of luxury and sportiness is appreciable. So thank you so much for sending all of these prompts. That means that you are adding some information prior to your prompts. And now if we see that our prompt is a more refined one, I can use this prompt in my day-to-day life because now I can use this to get information about benefits of solar panels, and I can pitch my client using these 7 slides if I make using this answer, right? So it saves my time. The prompt earlier that I wrote was a basic prompt. It was not saving any of my time. I could have got that information from internet also. Okay. So what is a good prompt? All of you are writing all of these prompts, and to categorize a prompt into a good prompt, it needs to have these 4 specifications. So a good prompt is clear and concise. That means it should have a clear idea of what it should generate. Okay, it should have a persona. That means it should take up the mantle of some person that he is working for. It should be task specific, and it should be refined if it is not designing the desired or it is not getting the desired output. Okay, so let's explore all of these 4 characteristics of a good prompt and refine our prompt to a category of a good prompt. Okay, so the first and foremost specification or characteristics of a good prompt, it should be clear and concise. That means the instructions that you are giving to ChatGPT or these large language models should be straightforward and easily understood without ambiguity. Okay, so example of an unclear prompt. If I want to know the benefits of solar energy, then an unclear prompt will be tell me how solar energy helps us. Okay, so it is unclear how many points do I need, how many benefits do I need. It is just shooting an arrow in the dark, and let's see what ChatGPT generates. A clear and a concise prompt will be list the top 3 benefits of solar energy. That means I'm very clear in my mind. I just need 3 benefits of solar energy. Okay, I will also give an example what we used in our masterclass earlier. Okay, so we wanted the large language models to predict this next word in the sentence, right? This next token. So apples are kind of delicious. Okay, so this is a prompt that I'm writing, and I'm expecting it to predict fruit in this, right? So this is what we were using, what we were learning in the last masterclass. But I'm not specifying anything here. This prompt is not specific. Let's see what ChatGPT generates. Okay, so it started writing fruit that came in many varieties, including Granny Smith, Fiji, Honeycrisp, and Red Delicious. They're enjoyed in fresh, in pies, in sauces, as a juice. Apples are also known for their health benefits, including being high in fiber and vitamin C. I was not specific in my prompt that I just wanted the next word in the sentence. Okay, so a specific prompt will be complete this sentence. Okay, and let's write it in a new one. So this sentence and okay, so this is a little bit of specific, but I just want one word for that. So I will write predict the next word in the sentence. Apples are a type. Okay, so interesting result here, that it is writing snack, which had 9% of probability. Remember last time that we were when we were generating this word, then snack had a 9% of probability. So it predicted the next word as snack because it has already generated fruit in this part, right? So it understands my context that I'm not happy with that answer. Now it is fine tuning its answer with the next probable answer in this sequence, which is snack, right? All right, so this is an example of if you are clear with your prompts, then you will always generate the desired output. Okay. ChatGPT also should have a persona. That means it should understand the person who he is generating, or the style or the tone in which it has to generate. Okay, so ChatGPT, the more personalized you will be with ChatGPT, the more personalized results it will generate. Okay, so without persona, a prompt might look like this. So if you want to, if I'm a teacher basically, so if I want to teach my students about the five important topics of physics, and I don't give a persona to ChatGPT, that means I don't tell ChatGPT who I am or who should ChatGPT think like, then it will generate a general purpose response. So let me go there in another one. So what are the five important topics in physics? Okay. So this is a general purpose answer, and it is writing all of these five important topics in physics, like classical mechanics, electromagnetism, thermodynamics, statistical mechanics, quantum mechanics, relativity, and all these five important topics in physics. But I'm a teacher who wants to teach my class who are in 10th standard or 10 to 12 standard, and in these 10 to 12 standards, I want to give them these five important topics so that they can learn for the exams. Right? This is what I wanted ChatGPT to do. But instead of that, I did not give ChatGPT any persona. That means I did not tell ChatGPT how ChatGPT should think like. Okay, so I just wrote what are the five important topics in physics. And if I give a persona to ChatGPT, it will look like this. I am a high school teacher. I want to suggest five important topics in physics to my students that they should. Okay, so this is what I wanted ChatGPT to generate. So I'm giving a persona to ChatGPT. That means I'm asking ChatGPT, or I'm giving ChatGPT my context that I am a high school teacher, and it will understand what a high school means, and it will also know what are the five topics of physics there in the high school. Okay, so giving ChatGPT the persona will change the output, and now it gives me the right output. I learned Newton's law of motion, electricity and magnetism, waves and optics, and thermodynamics and modern physics in my in my high school, right? So these were the things that used to come in our exams when we were high school students. So this is a better response. I can just copy this and give it to my students. They will be knowing that this is the 5 important topics that they should learn about when the exams are coming. Okay, so giving ChatGPT a persona is also a good is also a way to write a good prompt. Okay, also it should be very task specific. That means it should be directly related to the particular task at hand, including relevant details that can influence or guide the outcome. Okay, so a right way or a sustainable way of using all these large language models is to be very specific in what you want to generate. Suppose you want to write a blog post for the website who is launching a new skincare line, or if you are someone who is launching some product in the market, and you ask ChatGPT to in a non-specific manner, right? If you ask write something about our new skincare products, so let's practice that in ChatGPT. And so I want to write a blog actually for my skincare product, but I'm not being specific in my prompting, and I am asking write something about the new skincare product we are launching. Okay, and I hit enter, and it's writing a promotional piece because I was not specific that I needed to write a blog for it, and it just wrote all of this. Okay, so I don't want this because this is just vague. I just asked it to write something. Of course, I can write a blog post out of this, but this will not help solve my purpose, because again, I will have to read this, convert that to a blog prompt. Okay, and it is also asking, would you like any specific details or adjustments added to it? So instead of that, let me save some time of writing all these prompts myself. I can just copy this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm being task specific. I'm asking ChatGPT to generate, sorry, I was doing it here, a blog post for me. Okay, so create a blog post for a website about a new anti-aging skincare line, focusing on the benefits of our unique ingredient retinol complex. So I have this unique ingredient in my skincare line. Now I want it to write a blog post for our website. So I'm just being very specific in my prompting. Okay, so it will create a headline for me, and it will write an article and this blog post, and it is writing it in the style and tone of a blog post. Okay, so being specific reduces my efforts, and it also is a sustainable way of using all of these AI tools. Okay. Okay, so I will not wait until it writes whatever it's writing. Okay, so let's move to the next part and the next specification, that a good prompt should be refined as per need. So ChatGPT is still generating this blog post. Okay, and our blog posts, when I used to work, I had a digital marketing company before, so a good blog post should be under 500 words, right? That's a characteristics of a good blog post. Nobody reads a very long blog post. So ChatGPT is, I guess it's still writing that blog post. Okay, so there are many. It has generated a lot of text. Okay, so I need to refine this. That means that I need to tell ChatGPT to refine the answer. It should be under 500 words, and the target audience should be like this, and also add a call to action, because I also need a button to the people who are reading this blog post to click on and buy our product. So what we will do is go to and write, sorry, copy this and go to ChatGPT, a new, sorry, here only, and we paste this. So we are refining our prompt, and by writing this, it is converting it into under 500 words, and it is also adding visit our website today to claim your free sample and start your journey to ageless skin. And now it is also understanding that I want to cater to the audience of women who are aged 30 to 45. So it has also changed my the heading of this. Okay, so in this way, by using all of these four techniques, four characteristics, by writing a clear and concise prompt, giving it a persona, being task specific, and refining the prompt, we can always get the desired results from ChatGPT. Okay. So there are some 10 great prompt revisions that you can always use after the prompt is being generated. If you want to understand something that ChatGPT has generated in a simple language, then you can also ask ChatGPT to explain this to you as if you are explaining it to a 5-year-old, or put this in a tabular format because tables are easier to understand. Rewrite this to be more informal, formal. If you have a blog which is more formal, then you can also ask ChatGPT to rewrite this to be more formal. You can also ask to fix the grammar. You can also ask the 10 key takeaways, summarize it into one tweet, compare and contrast the most important information, and put this into bullet points list. Whatever is your desired output after what a ChatGPT has generated, you can always use these prompt revisions. So I will be sharing this PowerPoint presentation with all of you by the end of this masterclass. So you can go back to these prompt revisions, use them in your whenever you are writing a prompt. Okay. And okay, so we have been writing our prompt and we are learning prompt engineering. So let's create our first good prompt for today. Okay. Now this is the question that you have to write a prompt, and your prompt should have these four things. That means it should be clear and concise. That means you are clear what you want ChatGPT to generate. If it's an article, then you are clear about article. If it's an email, then you are clear about email. If it's a blog, then you are clear about blog, right? You should also give a persona to this. That means you are making ChatGPT understand who you are, and you are asking ChatGPT to take up a persona, a viewpoint. It should be task specific. That means whatever you are trying to generate, it is generating that only, the task that is in hand, and it should be refined as per need. Okay, so this is what you need to write a prompt to. So your situation is, basically we are role playing right now. So your situation is that you have been asked to write an article for the college technical magazine about how AI can be used in your stream. So whatever stream that you are in, if you are in CS, EE, IT, ME, whatever stream that you are in, if you are not doing engineering, then that also not matters. Whatever is your subject, you can write there. So you need to write a prompt to generate an article for a college technical magazine about how AI can be used in your stream to be printed in this year's edition. Okay, so your task is to write an article on how AI can be used in your stream to be printed in this year's edition. So you are using ChatGPT to write that article. Now, a lot of people will use ChatGPT to write an article, and it will be easily recognized by people that this article has been written with the help of ChatGPT. If you don't want to do that, then your prompt should be really clear. So you need to be very clear in what you want to generate. You should add a persona to it. You should tell ChatGPT that this is who you are and how you want to write. It should be very task specific. That means that it should generate the desired output, and it should be refined. That means it should be confined and refined. Okay, so I want your answers in the chat box in the next 2 minutes, and then we will move forward in our class. So in the next 2 minutes, quickly write down your prompt, which you will use to generate this article for your college magazine. And your prompt should have all these four personas. Okay. Okay, so I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box. Your task is to write a prompt to generate an article for the college technical magazine about how AI can be used in your stream to be printed in this year's edition. Okay, so your prompt should have all these four characteristics. It should be clear and concise, should have a persona, it should be task specific and refined as per need. So I will be waiting for your messages. You can directly a message to me. My name is Amit Tiwari, and you can find it from the chat box and write it here. Okay, so you need to write a prompt. Remember prompt priming. It should be clear and concise. It should have a persona. It should be task specific and defined. Okay. So Anag is writing, I am a student at MAIT, write an article for college magazine to promote college to JEE candidates while giving pros and cons. I think, so your task is to write this. So you need to write a prompt. So this is the task that it is being given to you, and you need to write a prompt for this task only. Okay. Okay, so I have got it from Sudhanva. And Sudhanva is writing, my name is Sudhana and I'm studying in computer science branch in MAIT college. I had to write an article for college magazine about usage of AI for enhancing ways of learning in the classroom. Article should explain the need, issues, and provide the solutions in it with the help of AI. Okay, so it's a long prompt. It was not, it was clear in the idea. It was not clear and concise. You are writing a whole story, and it has a persona. It is understanding that you are a computer science student. It is task specific. You want it to write an article, but it is not refined. That means how long, how short, how professional it is or not. Okay, so Dhanwa, your answer is right, but it is still not clear and concise. Okay, so Kashish has sent me this one. Devesh has sent me this one. I am a student pursuing CSE. Imagine yourself as a head of college technical magazines. I need you to generate an article for a college technical report about the development of AI, uses of AI, and advantages of AI under CSE. Okay, so it is task specific, yes, because you asked it to generate an article. It is clear and concise. You're not writing a lot of things, but it is not refined as per need. You're not refining how much words it should contain, and should the article be professional or formal. So if you could add that part, it would be having all these 4 characteristics. Okay, and Ramakant is sending me, write a 500 words article for technical magazine about how AI will be used in CS, a stream to be printed in this year's edition. So again, like Ramakant, your prompt is clear and concise, but it does not have a persona. It does not understand that you are a student, right? So you're writing, write a 500 word article for technical magazine about how AI will be used in CS, but it does not understand that how AI will be used in CS. It should write as a student or an engineer, right? So you need to give it a persona. I've got an interesting one from Aditi. So Aditi is writing, I am a college student pursuing BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in AI. I am a content writer for my college technical magazine this year. Generate an article about how AI can be used in my stream, ECAI, at its progresses over the next decade in about 1200 to 1500 words in formal tone. So Aditi, perfect prompt that you have written. It is clear and concise. It has a persona that it understands that you are a student and you are an electronics and communication student, and it is task specific. You are asking it to generate an article, and it is refined because you are asking it to generate it in a limited amount, right? So great efforts, and I will read 2 more, and I will just move on to advanced prompting. Okay, so Muskan is writing, I am a student pursuing BTech in CSE. Write an article how AI can be useful for the CSE students for a part of class in around 10 points. Okay, so it is task specific. It is refined because you are asking for 10 points. It is clear and concise, and it has a persona. So this is a good prompt. Thank you so much, Muskan, for sending me this. I'll be reading the last one, and then we will be going forward. But I'm really sorry if I missed some of your responses, but there is limited time, and I can only read some of the answers. I'll be reading the last one from Jaspreet, and I think I missed that one because I got some new one. Okay. So Jaspreet is writing, I am a 3rd year electronics engineering student. Yes, it has a persona. It understands third year electronics engineering. Write an article on the future of VLSI technologies in India to be published in the college magazine. Okay, so it has a persona, it is task specific, but it is missing the refinement. Okay, so it is clear and concise. You have checked on all the three things, but if you refine it to 300 words or 500 words or in points or in whatever tone, then it will be a good prompt. Okay, so the idea behind writing a good prompt is, even after giving some advice, some instruction to ChatGPT, even after that, if we are working on that output that ChatGPT has generated, then the purpose of using generative AI is lost, right? Because you are using generative AI to make your work easier, but you are generating something from generative AI and then refining it, then that defeats the purpose of using that generative AI. So writing a good prompt in the first attempt will save you time in refining that response. Okay. I hope that is clear. Let's move ahead. Okay, so that was basic prompting, and that a lot of us do in our day-to-day lives, right? And you somehow or somewhere have used some of the four concepts that I discussed, not all together, but you have the idea of how to write those. So how to get into prompting, which leads to amazing outcomes from ChatGPT. Okay, so that is called advanced prompting. And one of the type of advanced prompting is the chain of thought prompting. So whenever we are training any large language model, so we can use those large language model to analyze and reason with the output that they are producing. So suppose if you want, so large language models are generating this text, right? And they are randomly predicting whatever word comes after. So they are predicting the next token. If you want large language models to have the analytical and reasoning capabilities, then you will need to use that chain of thought prompting. So suppose you want to solve some math problem with the help of large language model. Okay, and this is the math problem that you have. So Roger has 5 tennis balls. He buys 2 more cans of tennis balls. Each can has 3 tennis balls. How many tennis balls does he have now? So he had 5. He buys 2 more cans, and each can had 3. So that means that 3 into 2 is 6. And if I add that to 5, that becomes 11. So without the chain of thought prompting, standard prompting, it will give you an answer of 11, right? Like this. The answer is 11, just like that. But by using that chain of thought prompting method, it will reason with the answer. So it will reason like this. So it will think how human beings are thinking. So Roger started with 5 balls, 2 cans of 3 tennis balls. So each is 6 tennis balls. Now add 5 plus 6 is 11. The answer is 11. So you see the response changed from a one-shot response, which it is giving like this, like the answer is 11, and the analytical and reasoning behind that response, which it gives like this. The formula to use chain of thought prompting is by adding this let's think step by step to the end of any prompt that you want. Okay, so I will just give you an example of a simple prompt. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT to tell what is the diameter of Earth. Okay, so what is the diameter of Earth? Okay, so ChatGPT gave me this answer. The Earth's diameter is about 12,742 kilometers. If I want ChatGPT to think about before generating the answer and reason with the answer it is generating, then I will have to use this chain of thought prompting. So I'll use this. What is the diameter of Earth? Think step by step. Just adding this, think step by step. Okay, so now it will start to think. So it is thinking, it is breaking it down to understand the shape of Earth. So it is saying that Earth is not perfect shape, but oblate spheroid. So it is adding more information to it. Equatorial diameter is about 12,742, and polar diameter is about 12,714 kilometers. So instead of giving me a result directly, which is a general result, now it is reasoning by giving two results. One is the equatorial diameter and one is the polar diameter. Okay, and if I ask ChatGPT to calculate this, calculate the diameter of, sorry, think step by, okay. Now it is thinking like this: diameter is twice the radius, equatorial diameter is 2 into equatorial radius, and equatorial diameter is this. If I multiply it with the radius, then it will become this. And so the equatorial diameter is this, and the polar diameter is 12,714. So now it is reasoning with the answer that it is giving, right? It is providing me the reasons why you should believe that answer. So whenever you add this advanced prompt, chain of thought prompting of think step by step, so it will always generate an answer by giving the reasoning behind why it generated that answer. Okay, so one more example of this would be, if you want to write a recipe for something like, say, Japanese sushi. So I am an Indian living in Ahmedabad, and I want to make Japanese sushi at home. Give instructions to the sushi, or give, instead of instructions, give a recipe. Make the sushi, and I add this think step by step chain of thought prompting, so that it will understand my concept, it will pause, and it will generate the text. So let's see. So making sushi at home can be fun. Here's a simple step-by-step recipe. So it writes the ingredients for sushi rolls, the equipment, the instructions, and it is asking me to prepare the ingredients, assemble the sushi rolls, and slice and serve. So it is thinking step by step, and it is also understanding that I'm making it at home, and that's why it is saying that making sushi at home can be fun and rewarding experience. You can use this more for solving math problems. So let's solve one math problem using this. Okay, so if you have a question like this, so suppose you are solving some hard math problem and you're stuck and not understanding. So you can ask ChatGPT to solve that. But if you want to know the reason why ChatGPT is generating that answer, then you can use this advanced prompt, the chain of thought prompting of think step by step, and you can just ask ChatGPT to think. So now, if a car starts from rest and accelerates uniformly over time of this and distance of this, so we want to calculate the acceleration. And because I added this think step by step one, so it is identifying the values, use the equation, substitute this, and then calculate the square, and then calculate a by adding this 2 here and then dividing it by this, and you get this. So ChatGPT is exactly working as if we were solving this problem, right? So thinking step by step helps in this. All right, so let's get to the next advanced prompting method, which is the RGC prompting method. So in RGC prompting, we use this framework of RGC, which is role, goal, and context. So this framework, if you use, you will always be writing these proper prompts to generate the desired response from ChatGPT. Okay, so remember this general purpose prompting, the advanced prompting technique, which is called RGC prompting. So whenever you are writing any prompt, if you follow this guideline of writing a prompt, the RGC guidelines, then you will always be writing amazing prompts. Okay, so what does it mean, the RGC? So R stands for role, that means the persona. So you start the prompt like this. So you start the prompt with who you want ChatGPT to become. Okay, so we are engineering this prompt like this. We are starting it by giving the role to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is a assistant, right? So it was created as an assistant. So we are providing that role to the assistant, whatever role it needs to take. Then what is the result of that? What should ChatGPT generate, or what is the desired output that you want it to generate? Okay. What is the purpose of the output that you are generating? What is the context that why you are generating that, who you are generating it to, where it will be used, and what are the constraints of generating? So R stands for role and result, G stands for goal, C stands for context and constraint. Okay, so I will use this in the example that we started with. That means that we wanted it to generate about solar panels. Okay, so suppose I am a solar engineer and I have a meeting with my client, and I want to create a PowerPoint presentation to be shown to my client about the benefits of solar energy. Okay, and the client is a homeowner. So I am pitching to a homeowner why to buy my solar products. Okay, so this is the role case scenario in this case. So how will we write that prompt with RGC prompting? Okay, so RGC is the advanced framework that you can use to get the desired result. So we will start by giving ChatGPT the role. R stands for role, right? So you are. So we are giving ChatGPT the role. Okay, not I am. You are making the assistant work for you. Okay, so you are a solar panel engineer. Okay, so I have defined the role. Now the second step is to define the output. Okay, so I wanted to create a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so create a PowerPoint presentation. Now, what is the goal of that result? Okay, so I am creating a PowerPoint presentation. So what is the goal of that? Why are we creating that, right? To pitch what? No. Instead of to pitch my product to home. Okay. Create a PowerPoint presentation to pitch my product to a homeowner. That's the goal or the purpose of the output. Also, we need to be specific, telling the benefits of solar panels so that they are interested. Now we have defined the goal. The context is also, we have defined it here itself because we are pitching it to the homeowner. So we have defined the context also. And we need to now define the constraint, right? What should be the limitation? So a good presentation is of 7 to 10 slides. So limit it to 7 to 10 slides, highlighting the important. Okay, so this is a perfectly engineered prompt so that I will get the desired output from this. So you have defined the role, you are a solar panel engineer, you have defined the result, create a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so and you have also defined the goal. Why are you creating that? To pitch your product to a homeowner. And you're also telling the context, that the context should be the telling the benefits of solar panels so that they are interested in buying. That means you are selling it. And the constraints are to limit it to 7 to 10 slides, highlighting the important points. Okay, so if I give this, then I'll say, so it is a basic outline, and yeah, so it is a basic outline for the PowerPoint presentations. So it is starting with this, why solar panels. So subtitle will be this, the image should be like this, and the definition, components, and image should be like this. So what are solar panels? And it is designing these 10 slides for me. Okay. So we can customize these slides further, and we can also ask it to generate the content for these slides. Generate the content for the slides. Okay, so it has generated the framework, so we can generate the content also. Now it will start to generate the content also. So you'll save a lot of time because you're already giving the RGC framework with this. Okay, so it's also writing question and answers, how much it will cost, how long the installation take, what happens during a power outage. All these things are being taken care of. Okay. Now we will refine this more by adding our own information, or by personalizing ChatGPT uh, to our own persona. Okay, so this is the advanced prompting, and you can also generate. Yeah, so I'm receiving it from Karan Singh that you can also generate. I was going to cover it in the end, but he's already writing. We can also generate VBA files. So VBA files we can use to generate the PowerPoint presentations. So you don't even need to copy this text and work on a PowerPoint. Okay, and so what you need to do is now you need to change your prompt to RGC prompting, whatever prompt you started with in the initial, and you want to change, you will change that prompt to follow this RGC framework. That means that you are using the role, result, goal, content, and constraint in this. Okay, so I want you to send me in the chat box the chat you started with, the first prompt that you wrote. Now you need to create that prompt with RGC framework and see what is the output of that prompt. You need to send that prompt to me, and I will use one of the prompts to generate the output, which is the best prompt in this. Okay, so I will give you 2 minutes to write down that prompt and send it to me here. Okay, so Dave is writing a prompt. He's writing, I am a writer for DC Comics. Help me make a new superhero that uses magical powers. Although this will work, a better way of using RGC would be giving that role to ChatGPT itself. So instead of writing, I am a writer for DC Comics, you can give that directly to ChatGPT that you are a writer for DC Comics. Okay, so define your role to the assistant itself. Okay, so your prompt is good, but you can change it by just directing it to ChatGPT itself. So you can start with, you are a writer for DC Comics. Now, desired output, that means you are making a new superhero that uses magical powers. The purpose that he is the new member of DC League. The character is a young Indian American and is going to American school, and the goal is to attract Indian audience to read our comics. So although it is a very good prompt that you are writing, but if you can convert it to RGC, it would look like you are giving ChatGPT the persona or the role. Okay. Okay, so I want you to give me the prompt that you started in the RGC format. So you start with you are whatever you want ChatGPT to become, and then the desired output, the goal, the content, and constraint. Okay. So Shivam is sending me, write a prompt used for application of AI in powers in system. Okay, no, not this. Gaurav is sending me, as a CSE student, create an article for my college on topic AI for our CSE stream. Okay, so this doesn't have okay, this has a role as a CSE student. Okay, create an article. The result is desired for my college on the topic AI for our CSE stream. So you have reached till goal. Okay, you have not decided the context and the constraint. Okay, so constraint is you need to give the limitation and guidelines that it should be under these many words. It is going to publish in the yearly magazine and all these things. So if you provide that, then you will be writing is in RGC format. Okay, so quickly send me your responses that you are writing. I will be reading your amazing prompts. So Shivam is writing, assume that you are a student of XYZ university. Okay, so you don't even need to write assume that. Okay, so you just give the role. You are a student of XYZ university of CS. You are given a task that you have to write an article. So you are writing it in a informal language, Shivam. So that would not be clear and concise, right? You are writing it as if you are talking to a human. But if we talk about like prompt engineering, then that is very specific and that is very clear and concise. So instead of writing like this, you can just write like this. You are a student of university and CS, and you have to write about how AI can be used in your stream to be printed in this year's edition, and it should be under 500 words. Write it in a humorous tone or whatever tone you are writing. Okay. Okay, so Vaibhav is asking, Vaibhav is writing, I want you to act as an interviewer. I will be the candidate and you will ask me the interview questions for the position, whatever position. I want you to only reply as the interviewer. Do not write all the conversation at once. I want you to only do the interview with me. Ask me the questions and wait for my answer. Do not write explanations. Ask me the questions one by one like an interviewer does and wait for my answers. My first question is, hi. Okay, so yeah, giving the role to it, asking the desired result that it should respond just like an interviewer. The goal is to practice for the interview. Context is that you are interviewing for some position, and the constraint is that you are writing when you are telling it to something, then it should answer like that. Okay, so very good prompt engineering example by using the RGC framework. So I'll wait for one more minute and then we move on to image generation. Okay, so Chehak was asking for a budget plan for buying iPhone initially, and now Chehak is writing in an RGC prompt. So you are a budget planner, so it's giving a persona to ChatGPT. Give a budget plan for buying. So role is to give a budget plan. Very good. And the purpose is to buy iPhone 15 for budget discussion. And the total cost of the budget plan should be less than $300. So constraint is also there. So perfect prompt from Chehak, following all the 5 frameworks: role, result, goal, content, and context and constraint. Okay. Okay, so now Dhanvi, before the prompt was suggest a car to buy. Now Dhanvi is writing, you are a marketing manager of IBM cars department and you must create an advertisement banner which is 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. The advertisement should elevate the product, which is cars, including, and yeah, it kind of like cut in between. Okay, I have got a funny one. So Devesh is writing, so he is writing it like I would have written. Okay. And it's okay. I just lost it. I find it very interesting though. And yeah, so it is you're an employee at the IBM company. Create a PPT on AI. Your goal is to explain the interns about AI, make the PPT interesting enough to grasp the attention of interns and make them understand. The PPT must contain, okay, I can't read this, fun facts and universal truths. All right, so yeah, if I would have used that, then I would have made a PPT using AI, right? Okay, so I will read the last one. And I think I have read this before. So Ramakant is saying, you are a third year BTech AI and data science student. Create a resume for securing a data scientist job in a reputed company. The resume should contain technical as well as professional details, skills, and should contain only one page. Okay, so very, very good format of writing: the role, result, goal, context, and constraints all in one. Okay, so remember, in my last class, I told you that the most powerful language right now to learn is English. Because of the large language model and because of the understanding of these large language models, because they have been trained with English text on the internet. So if you can write these amazing prompts in simple English language and using this framework like this, then you will be making the most of these tools. Okay. So thank you so much for sending me your prompts, and let's move ahead in this. So this is one of the example. If you want to write a resume to apply for the role of data scientist, then you can write it like this. You are a final year student of whatever college that you are studying, and create a resume. And resume should be clear, concise, highlighting relevant skills, expertise in basic Python programming, understanding of generative AI, and a certification from IBM. Okay. So this will be an example of RGC prompting. Okay, so I told you that do we need to always tell ChatGPT who we are or what is our persona? Is there not a way that ChatGPT understands about us and it always gives me answers according to our preferences, right? So ChatGPT gives us this customization option, which is very, very, very important. And so what we will do is now we will make ChatGPT understand who we are so that it always generates the results according to my needs. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to this top corner, click on this customize ChatGPT option, and it says that introducing custom instructions and this. Okay, so I will give you a flavor of how I have trained my ChatGPT to understand me. Okay, so I will open my ChatGPT account, which is my personal ChatGPT account, and it's a premium account, so I have some more functionalities, but nonetheless, the free version also gives a lot of functionalities. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT to do something interesting. So write a poem on cats and dogs. Okay, I'm giving a simple prompt to save time. I would have made it understand about my persona, but because it understands who I am, I have customized this according to my needs. So it will generate me poems according to how I like or what is my okay. So it writes this poem, and it writes this: companions of contrast in quiet corners under streaked moonlight, cats read softly through the night with eyes like lanterns gleaming bright, and all of this. Now I'll give you a kind of like a flavor of how you can customize your own ChatGPT. Now I have trained my ChatGPT to understand my instructions. Okay, so if I want to convert this from English to Hindi, then one way of you doing is this, right? Convert this poem to Hindi. Okay, this is one way, and this is a lengthy way. But I have trained this ChatGPT to understand me and my persona. So if I write just this E to H, okay, so and press enter, so it starts to convert that for me. Okay, so it starts to convert that poem from English to Hindi. And because I have trained this to understand me, so it understands that whenever I say E to H, that means that I wanted to convert the poem from English to Hindi. Okay, so let's do that. How can we customize ChatGPT to our preferences? And also, if I use that previous prompt that I used, what should I do after my graduation? I'm not doing any prompt priming here. Okay, I'm not telling ChatGPT anything about myself, but it will generate a response according to my my preferences. Okay, so it is giving me this guidelines because I have trained this on my instructions. Okay, so now what you can do is you can train ChatGPT to understand who you are. So I've trained it. I've told about this ChatGPT about myself. So you can go to this customizer. I'll go here, and you can write answer to all the questions that are here. So where are you based? So tell about yourself. I am Amit Tiwari. Okay, whoever you are. I am from Ahmedabad. Uh, what do you do for work? So I am an a consultant for IBM, and you can give all these answers to all of this here. So I will save some time by showing you my customization. So I have written about myself. I do consultation. I take lectures in AI. I am researching in NLP and computer vision, and it understands about my preferences. Okay, so I talk about NLP, computer vision, and maths. Okay, so this is how you can tell ChatGPT about yourself. And in the next column, which is this one, how you would like ChatGPT to respond, you can create your own shortcuts, or you can give your preferences. Okay, so how long or short responses should responses generally be? So if I just type here, your responses should be just one word. Okay, so let's try this. Let's give ChatGPT as a instruction that your responses should be only one word. Okay, and I save this. Now I ask ChatGPT. Okay, and it only applies to the new chats. So new chat. What is the meaning of life? Okay, so now I have modified or customized the ChatGPT to always give me only one word, whatever I ask it. Explain solar panels. Okay, so yeah, this is a generalized question, so it is giving me a generalized answer, but it cannot explain solar panels in one word. That's why it is still making that very, very short to give the answer to me, opposed to what it was writing here. Okay, so we can customize ChatGPT to our preferences, and let's add more customizations like this. If I say E to H, convert the text into. Okay, so if I save this and I go to a new chat, now it knows that it should generate one word and it should convert it into English to Hindi when I say E to H, right? So what should I study after computer science engineering? Okay, so one word. Okay, so not one word here, but still like one word of the topics: data science, AI, cybersecurity, and all this. Let's try the second one, which we used, E to H, and yeah, so it gives me all of that in Hindi. Let's also customize this so that it always answers into Hindi. Always reply convert ChatGPT to always reply in Hindi by just adding a custom instruction like this, and you can type what is artificial intelligence. Let's see, it is now trained to always understand my context and that I always want answers in Hindi. Okay, so you can add your own custom preferences. I have added mine because this is what I do in my day-to-day life. That means if I want ChatGPT to create 3 emails, instead of writing create 2 emails, I just write 3M. If I wanted to summarize it under 300 words, I write some 300. If I wanted to explain the text to me as if I was a 10-year-old, so I just write 10YR. And if I wanted to give me 5 pointers, I write 5 PTS. So I explain all of this in this. How would you like ChatGPT to respond? And it always understands my context. Okay, so you can customize your ChatGPT according to your own use. Okay, so let's move ahead to how we can do data analysis with ChatGPT. Okay, so ChatGPT is very powerful and you can do data analysis with the help of ChatGPT. So suppose I have data like this. So I go to PPL and okay, so I have a data like this. Okay, so suppose you are a student who wants to apply to a company and you have a data of around 100 companies, their revenue every year, their expenses, their profit and loss, number of employees, founding year, iteration rate, and all of that. Now you want to do a data analysis of this and select top 5 companies that you want to apply in the process. Okay, so a data like this. Now, a way is to do it manually by plotting charts or by analyzing it. And it's a kind of like 100 companies, so it will take a lot of time if you do it manually, right? So I will just do this quickly with the help of ChatGPT. So I'll go to ChatGPT. What we will do is we can leverage. Okay, so because okay, so I have hit the free plan. So there is a free plan limit, and you can always upload 4 to 5. I think 4 to 5 times the images. I have already exceeded that in this account, so I will not be using this one, but I'll be using my my personal account. Okay, this one. All right, so to do data analysis, there are 2 methods. One method is to copy all of this, whatever is there, and copy this, go to ChatGPT, this one, where you have exceeded limits. So you just paste it here, and you start writing the prompt. You are a student. Okay, so I will save some time because we need to cover a lot in this class. So I'll copy this from here. Okay, so you're a college student who is looking for a job. I just paste it here. You're a final year student looking to apply for a job. That means I'm giving a role. I have uploaded an Excel sheet with a portfolio of 100 companies. Analyze this sheet and suggest me top 5 companies to apply. Okay, so ChatGPT has this. What ChatGPT will do is it will convert it into a Python script. It will analyze and then give the result in a natural language way. So let's see if I do this, then what ChatGPT generates. Okay. So now because I have trained this on E2H, so it's always generating it to Hindi. Let's revert it back. Okay. Always reply in Hindi? No. Just save it. And I just want to copy this whole prompt. And then paste this and press enter, and it is starting to analyze this data. And it is also telling me the key metrics that it is choosing profitability, growth potential, stability in this, and there are these top 5 companies. So Innovate Soft is one, Ultra Custom Systems is one, Visionary Codeworks, Refined Code Company, and Quantum Craft Software. Okay, so on the base of revenue, cost, and year established 2023. So that despite negative profitability, the revenue is quite high, indicating strong market presence and potential for a turnaround. So it is suggesting me all these 3 things. So it is doing this data analysis for me, and it is saving a lot of time here. What I can also do is I can go to my premium account, and I will show you how to do this if you have free trials left. So what you can do is you can directly upload this by clicking on this upload button, and you upload this spreadsheet, and I paste this sorry, paste this prompt. I just want this one. Cut this and I paste this prompt. So, and I just, okay, something went wrong. No, it is still analyzing. So there's no problem in this. And so it has analyzed and it is suggesting me top companies to apply for. And again, the same result, like revenue, employee count, finding error on these things. Okay, so what else can we do with ChatGPT? Yeah, so let's move on to using computer vision. So we can also use ChatGPT to understand images. And so suppose we want to understand some code, and we go to a website, or we are in an HTML page, and we want to understand how that page was created, or if we encounter something like this somewhere, and we want to understand what that means. So what we will do is we will take up a screenshot of whatever is this. So I will just quickly do that. And yeah, so I'll take the screenshot. Okay. And we'll go to ChatGPT and we'll paste that screenshot in ChatGPT, Command C, Command V. And this image is here now. So we'll ask ChatGPT to analyze that image for us. Okay, so now let me just quickly copy that prompt. Okay, so I want to explain this code to me in detail. Use simple language and analogies to help me understand this better. So suppose I encounter any code and I want to understand what is there in that code. So I will do this using computer vision technologies, and it understands the context of that code. And now it tries to explain this to me. Okay, so basically we are learning to code with ChatGPT. So we can use these prompts like explain this code. You can use this advanced prompt method, which is by guide me step by step. So use step by step or think step by step thing, so that it always gives it in an analytical and reasoning way. You can also use ChatGPT to build the utility function. You can also use it to fix your code and to improve your code. Okay. So I was listening to a very interesting podcast where someone was explaining why software engineers or people who are doing programming will be facing a lot of difficulties in the future, because all of these codes will be written with the help of these large language models. So understanding the algorithms and having a critical mindset is different, but to write program or to fix a bug, we will not be using any humans in the near future. So very interesting take on this. I hope that doesn't happen, but there will be a lot of search for people who can code in AI. So that's a trade that we'll have to do. Okay, so one more thing that we can do with the help of ChatGPT is, if we are writing some code, so we'll be writing this code by the end of our internship, where we'll be using machine learning. And if we encounter some error in the code, so we'll ask ChatGPT to fix that error for us. So suppose we are writing some code, so we are writing it here, and we encounter some error and it shows me my code was not running properly. So what I will do is I will ask ChatGPT to fix that code for me. So here in this example, what I will do is I'll take a screenshot again, and I will go to ChatGPT like this, and I will paste that screenshot here, and I will fix that error for me. Okay, so fix. So it will use the computer vision technology by analyzing this image, and it starts to analyze and it starts to fix the code. And yeah, so this is the code in my, this is the error in my code, and it will also write the right code. Okay, so it should be like this. So if you change this, then it will be running smoothly. Okay. All right. So Also, you can use computer vision to convert the handwritten notes into digital copies or extract text from these handwritten notes. Okay, so I was in my chatbot, I was getting this. So Karan Singh is asking, can ChatGPT understand engineering drawing? Yes, it can. And you can just, you just need to fine tune it according to the designs. Okay. And what you need to do now is, what we're doing now is using computer vision to convert a handwritten note into a digital copy. So suppose if we get some note from someone, if we want to change these notes, or if we want a digital copy of that, we can also do that using computer vision. So here in this example, I have this image here. So I want to convert this handwritten note into a digital note. So I will again take a screenshot, or if I can scan it using cam scanner, I will scan that, similar to how I will use this. So convert this written note to digital. And it understands my command, and it is starting to convert that to a digital one. So question 1, answer, question 2, and so I have a file. ChatGPT can directly give a file also. So if I provide a Word document, so it will convert this into a Word document, and I can download this. All right, so it is analyzing and it is converting. And okay, so you can download physics notes, and you click on download, and you will be able to see this. Okay, so very perfectly organized. The document was this in a handwritten form, and it has created a digital copy out of it. Okay, so what else can we do? We can also generate images. So now let's get to the image generation part of ChatGPT. All right, so there are two ways of generating images. So ChatGPT uses DALL-E as their image generator, which uses stable diffusion, as we were discussing in our last masterclass. So there are two ways that you can generate images. One is the basic mode, and the other one is descriptive mode. Okay, so basic mode is if you want to generate a mango, so you will just draw Alfonso mango. So let's generate that. Alfonso mango. Okay. So this is the basic way where you want to generate something which is very basic and not creative at all. So ChatGPT will be able to generate that. But what it will do is it will again generate a general purpose mango. Okay, so it has generated me this, and it is generated an illustration of Alfonso mango. But if I want it to generate something which is specific, which is more detailed, so I will use descriptions to, I will add descriptions to my prompt to make it more descriptive. So when I used to have a digital marketing company, we used to design these graphics for companies for their products. So we had a company which used to make the mango juice, and we needed to design the packaging for that. So for a packaging, I will not use this boring mango, right? So I will use something which is just like this Fanta, and Fanta I think is the orange one. So just like this Slice and Maaza have. So this mango which is vibrant, which has splashes and all these effects in that. So we will use the descriptive mode. We will add some adjectives. We will describe the lighting, how the image should look like. And if I use this descriptive mode, then so a way of doing this is to write like this. So create a high resolution image, first of all, of a fresh Alfonso mango, and it is exploding with vibrant, bright yellow juice, splashing out in all directions. The background should be dark and contrasting, highlighting the dynamic and energetic splash effect. The mango should be detailed with a textured skin and green spiky leaves clearly visible. The juice should have glossy, realistic appearance with droplets and splashes frozen mid-air, capturing the motion and intensity of the explosion. Okay, so if I write descriptions like this, so you'll have a step-by-step method of how to write descriptions. First, let me just try this one. Okay, so I have this, and this is the description that I wrote. So let's see. And I go here and I paste this. So by describing my image, I am instructing it to with adjectives, lightings, camera angles, and all this, and it will generate me a better image. Okay, so now this is an image that I can use in my ads because it is more presentable to a person rather than just a boring mango. Okay. All right, so how to generate these images using descriptive modes? Okay, so you need to add details to your prompt by adding adjectives, art styles, modifications, and using various parameters. So these are four things that are generally used in image generation. So you use adjectives to describe your image. Adjectives like these: strange, beautiful, chaotic, depressing, detailed, dirty, disgusting, dreamy, dry, happy, detailed, complicated, massive, moody, morbid. Okay, any of these adjectives you can use to describe what is the image type that you are generating. Okay. The second thing is, what is the lighting? Because this doll E has been trained with clip models. That means the contrast image pre-trained models. So it understands the word and the context. So if you use if you can describe the type of lighting that you want in your images, then you can use the lightings also. So you can tell ChatGPT that I am shooting at evening, dark lighting, Christmas lighting. If you want a fluorescent light, flood light, dramatic light, golden hour, semi-dark light, any of these lightings you can use. Okay. You can also describe the time period. So if you want to create a futuristic era or ancient era, whatever type of time period you want the ChatGPT to imagine, and in that time period, ChatGPT will generate the image. By what type of art you are kind of like generating. So if it's a painting, if it's a embroidery, if it is mosaic, if it is lead art, if it is leather work, if it is a doll, if it is a glass painting, so you can describe all these in detail, and ChatGPT will use that. You can also use lens values. That means if you tell ChatGPT that use 15 mm lens for the shot, then it will take a wide image. It will generate a very wide image with lot of information. If you ask it to use 35 mm lens, it will create a reasonable amount of background blur. And if you use 85 mm lens, then it will create a zoomed in photo. And if you use 200 mm lens, that means extremely zoomed in photo for far distance, for shooting from a far distance. Okay, so I will just show you by using camera lens how can we change the quality of image. Okay, so let's generate image of a lion standing on the lion. Okay, sorry. In African savanna, the lion should be majestic and proud, leader of pride. So I'm adding some random adjectives to describe how the lion should be, and use a 15 mm lens to create the surroundings. Okay. So if you type using this 15 mm camera lens. That means the wide angle shot of that image. So it will generate a image like this. Okay, so lot of details in the surrounding. If I change the camera angle, so create it with 200 mm lens, so it will, so now we are using 200 mm lens, and let's see how it generates the photograph. All right, so yeah, where is the image? Okay, so yeah, it literally took 200 mm as 200 mm, and it generated it like this. Okay, so I just needed to change this to 200. So the context remains the same. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is how the background is blurred, and this lion is very in the detail. So in the previous image which it generated, the background was not blurred, it was clear. So if you use a 15 mm lens, then it will create an image like this. And if you change the lens type, then the background is blurred and the lion is in detail. Okay, so you can use this to change the image type. So you can generate hyper realistic images using ChatGPT by changing the lens type of the cameras. Okay, you can also use colors and improvements, like if you want a gray or black and white image, if you want something like in sepia format, you can also use that. These are some common things that you can use to increase your results. Like if you want it to generate high quality images, then write high quality. Dynamic, trending on Pixiv, which is a image hosting site, vivid, geometric, integrate, masterpiece, detailed. So if you add all these common expressions, it will always generate amazing videos, photos. All right, so let's move ahead. We are already missing a lot of things, so we'll skip this time. So generally here I ask you to generate some image, so we will skip this. We can also so if you exceed the limit of ChatGPT free account, you can generate these images in Gemini. So Gemini is a tool that you can also use, and it will generate some of the general purpose images. But there is one more tool that you can use, which is Playground, and playground.com. So you can go to playground.com and you can see that there are a lot of images already being generated by a lot of people. So it helps you to create 50 images every day for free, and you can just click on create and you can describe your image here. So let me just copy the same prompt. Okay, and I go to Playground and I describe it and I ask it to create. So here I want you to show that you can use a lot of different models. So you can, so this is an image that it has generated of using 200 mm lens. That is, it is very zoomed in. The backgrounds are very blurred. Now you can control the qualities from here, and if you want it to generate it in a fantasy way and the same image, so you create it. I just wanted one, it is creating 4. Okay, let it create. So you can have, there are many presets here. So if you want to generate realistically, then you can generate realistically. And okay, so this is a fantasy world, so it is not realistic. It is in a world of kind of like Narnia kind of image. Okay, so but again, it understands the context of 200 lens. So this is one thing that you can use, and you will be able to generate 50 free images on this one. It used to have more functionalities when I created these slides. So it used to give options like generating it with dolly or generating it with stable diffusion and all these things, but I believe they have shifted it to the premium plan again. Okay, so no worries, we are moving ahead with with some fun part. So we can also create audio for videos just by using text. So this audio I have created with the help of ChatGPT, and by using a software called AI tool called play.ht. So what I did was I created this ChatGPT tutorial, and this tutorial I have for the audio of this tutorial I have entirely generated with the help of this AI tool. So I'll just play this for you how it looks like.
Welcome to this tutorial on how to use ChatGPT, the powerful AI language model by OpenAI. In this video, we'll guide you through creating an account, writing your first prompt, and exploring the various uses of ChatGPT. Let's get started. First, let's create an account on ChatGPT. Open your web browser and go to chat.openai.com. Click on the Sign Up button. You can sign up using your email address or through a Google or Microsoft account. Enter your details, including your name, email address, and password. Then, click on the Create Account button. Check your email inbox for a verification email from OpenAI. Click on the verification link to activate your account. After verifying your email, return to the ChatGPT website and log in with your email and password. Now that you have an account, it's time to write your first prompt. After logging in, you'll be taken to the ChatGPT interface. In the text box at the bottom of the screen, type your prompt. A prompt is a question or statement that you want ChatGPT to respond to. For example, you can type, "What are the..."
Okay, so the voice for this video was generated with the help of...
Welcome.
And so the steps were, so we asked ChatGPT or Gemini to write a video script of how to use ChatGPT, and then I converted that script using an AI text to audio generator. Okay, so I used this tool called play.ht. You can also use Vertex AI by Google, but play.ht gives many variations in the voice. Okay, so let's do that. And let's go to ChatGPT and ask it to create a... You are a video creator who creates instruction videos. Create a video on how to install Windows on PC. Okay, so let's create a video like this. Write a narration. Okay, so I will write this prompt. It will take the mantle of video creator and it will write a narration. Okay, so narrator is writing. So welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC. So it is. So I'll copy this narration from here. I'll go to this play.ht. And I will log in because I have an account. You can also make a free account on play.ht. And so play.ht is a website, so remember that. And you go to play.ht and you can create a new file. And let's create it using this one. So you just need to paste it here, and you have these voices. So we can change the voice. So suppose if I want a male voice, so I can use William's voice. So it looks like this.
I'm Will from Amazon. I'm calling in regards to the laptop stand you ordered last week. We've just, rolled out a promotion, and it turns out that the product you bought is now at a discounted price.
Okay, so this is more of like a salesy call. Let's check this one.
All right, so teaching subtraction to a kid, can actually be like pretty fun and engaging. You could maybe start with, I don't know, maybe visual aids like counters or pictures too.
So Now this one is the prompt that this is the narration that we got from ChatGPT, and I will click on generate speech, and it converts this text to speech. Okay, so it has generated it here. I'll just play it for you.
Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC. Whether you're upgrading...
Okay, wait, I did not choose Oliver, right? I needed to choose Oliver. Okay, confirm. Okay, so regenerate using Oliver's voice. And yeah, now it has regenerated, so I'll just play this.
Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC. Whether you're upgrading or setting up a new system, follow these instructions to ensure a smooth installation. Let's get started.
Okay, so this text has been converted to audio, and you can export it as a single audio file. And once you export it, then you can download it like this. So it's been downloaded. It's downloaded now, and you can...
Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC.
Yeah.
Whether you're upgrading or setting up a new system, follow these instructions to ensure a smooth installation. Let's get started.
Okay, so now you can change this. If you want, you can also use ChatGPT to add pauses, filler words. So to convert it just like a human talks. Okay, so let's add this because a human talks like pauses in between. It also uses filler words. So let's do that. And so it has converted this into a more humanized way. So let's do this. Copy this, go here, paste this, and generate.
Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC. Whether you're upgrading or setting up a new system, just follow these instructions to ensure a smooth installation. Let's get started.
Okay, so this looks a little bit more general because this looks a bit authentic because of the use of and ums. So you can use that by telling ChatGPT to add more filler words. Okay. All right, so we are here, and we can also use Vertex AI. So I'll just show you how Vertex AI looks like. So Vertex AI, you can just go to Google and text to speech. Text to speech converter. And you can go to this Google Cloud, and you can go down, go to Vertex AI Studio. And the similar thing that you did with play.ht, you can also do it here. And speech into text. Yeah, so you just open this this one. So text to speech you want to do, and you paste this. But there are only two voices. So English female, English male, and Spanish male. So I will choose this male one and submit this. And so it's generated.
Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to install Windows on your PC. Whether you're upgrading or setting up a new system, just follow these instructions to ensure a smooth installation.
Okay, so this is this is kind of like a more robotic way of doing that, but play.ht is better in doing this. Okay, so let's move ahead, and I promise you that I will share the song of Kishore Kumar in Modi ji's voice. So I recently converted that. So if you want to convert one voice to other voice, so you can also do that. And this site called weights.gg is a very interesting generative AI tool to do that. And here I have already converted this song of Kishore Kumar in Modi ji's voice. Yeah, okay. So I guess, yeah. So this song, and let me just play it for you. for just the fun of it. So I guess that you have heard this song before. It takes the nuances from Modi's voice. Okay, so it converts that Kishore Kumar's song into Modi's voice. If I want to convert the similar thing that we downloaded to Modi's voice, then we can also do that. This is with a disclaimer that this is highly unethical, and we should only use this for educational purposes and not for creating fun or mimicry of anyone. Just to tell the scope of what AI can do, I'm just sharing this video. We need to be very, very mindful and very, very responsible while creating all this. So what you can do is you can create your own things. And okay. So I want to convert the voice. So I create this model and I go to I choose one. So you can choose anything like, so let's convert it to Modi's voice only. Let's see. And I had that piece. So you go to next and audio. I recently used this one. So I just upload this audio. I download it and welcome to a step-by-step guide. Let's see if it can convert it into Modi's voice. And I just go to next and yeah, it is only vocals. So I click on create and it will start creating. And let's see what it creates. Okay, let's get it done in the background. Let's move to our next section, which is we can also create text to video clips with Synthesia. So in my last masterclass, I also told you the Ranveer Singh example, right? When Ranveer Singh came to our cafe, like he did not came to our cafe, but a Zomato representative came and he kind of like offered me to shoot a video with Ranveer Singh, but he was actually using AI for that. So Synthesia is a tool that can enable us to do that. So I'll just go to this website while it creates this in the hindsight. So Synthesia is, so what you can do is you can create a free AI video with Synthesia. It has 3 models that it gives for free. So these 3 models, so this one, this lady and this boy here, and you can just type any text. Let's like this, and it only enables to create videos which are 20 seconds long for the free version. But if you have commercial uses of that, so what you can do is you can buy the premium one. You can train it with your images, and it can your videos, and it can mimic your voice as well as your video. So if you want to create something like this, I'll just click on generate free video. I'll type in my name. I give my email. I check on I'm not a robot, and I just do that. Okay. So it will send me this video on my mail, and it will take some time to generate that video because of the nature of training. So now let's see if it has generated. No, it still is taking some time to generate that. Okay. So let's wait for some more time when it generates that, converts that to Modi's voice, if it, and move ahead with our class. Okay, so this one.
Welcome to this tutorial on how to use
the same thing that I used last time, the ChatGPT one. So I converted this into a video and I put it here. So I play this.
Welcome to this tutorial on how to use ChatGPT. In this video, we'll guide you through creating an account, writing your first prompt, and exploring the various uses of ChatGPT.
So I type this prompt and it is lip syncing the whatever I have typed it here. So this when we can train this with our own videos. I don't have a use of videos, and also I did not buy a premium of this, so I use the free version of Synthesia to use this model. Okay, so we can also create meeting notes with Otter AI. Suppose that you are in this masterclass, and if you want to learn whatever is in this masterclass, and if you want to read that, so you can use Otter AI. Some students are using read.ai to record this meeting. So the same thing can be also done with the help of Otter AI, but it also offers the live recording option. So this is Otter AI, and if I want to record any meeting, I can paste the meeting URL to record, or I can also, if I am in a live meeting, like if I'm not in an online meeting, offline meeting, then I can just click on record, and once I click on record, it starts to record whatever is being talked upon in this meeting. Okay, so suppose if we are having a meeting, so it takes my notes. So if you are in a class where a teacher is teaching, or if you are in a meeting where you are meeting with some people, and if you want notes by the end of this, you can use Otter AI to get these notes. So you can see it working live, and it is converting my text to speech. And once it converts my text to speech, I can stop and also ask it for the summary of it. So I've stopped this. Okay, so this is what was in the meeting. So we just clicked on record and it recorded. And let's see if we can summarize this meeting with AI. Okay, so this one. So speaker one said, so it also identifies if there are more speakers. So speaker one says all of this. And what I can do is I can click on this summary, and it gives the summary of what I told. Okay, you can also have chat with this, and it works similar to how ChatGPT works. Okay. One more thing that you can do with AI tools is that you can summarize some videos with AI. So there is a summarize.tech website which you can use to summarize the videos. So go to summarize.tech. So summarize.tech is the link. And let me go to YouTube. And let's take some instructional video. Like, okay, let's take this video of Deadpool trailer. And I copy this video URL. And I want to summarize this video to me. Okay, so I submit this URL. It takes some time. In the meantime, what we can do is we can check if my video has been generated or not. So I go to Synthesio, and yeah, it is still generating. Let me wait for some more time. It will send me a mail here. In the meantime, okay, so summarize.tech has watched the video, and it is summarizing it. It says that in the final trailer for this, Deadpool expresses his newfound respect for Wolverine, acknowledging their past differences, admiring his hero status, realizing he cannot save this world alone. So it summarizes all of whatever was there in the video. Okay, so you can use this to summarize your videos also. All right, so we talked about a lot of AI tools in this masterclass. Also, the time is going to be over. I hope that you will use these AI tools for your maximum benefit. I hope that you are learning about prompt engineering. I could only cover just a very, very small part of prompt engineering in today's masterclass. There is a lot to cover. I cannot cover all of that in 3 hours of masterclass. But nonetheless, the concepts are very, very common in prompt engineering. So I hope that this I used in my last masterclass. With great power comes great responsibility. So generate responsibly. We were talking about the dangers of AI in my last masterclass, and the copyright violations as well as the deepfake generations are now banned in the country. And if you do that, it's a criminal offense. The government has recently made the law regarding creating deepfakes as well as creating misinterpreted entities or identities. So generate responsibly. Generative AI tools are amazing. They are really, really powerful. They can make your job very, very easy. But if you don't use it in a responsible way, then we are just making the waste of these resources. I hope that you will use all of these generative AI tools very, very responsibly, because I believe that you are very, very intellectual beings and you are the future of the country. Thank you so much for being with me for the last grueling 2.5 hours. It was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of theoretical, as well as you covered some concepts. People who were responding to me on the chat box, thank you so much for generating all those prompts by yourself. I hope that you learned something from this masterclass. I hope that you customize ChatGPTs to your own advantages. I hope that you use all these generative tools responsibly. I will be sharing these links as well as this PPT. You will be getting this on the WhatsApp groups. All the tools that I used in today's masterclass are free to use. I only use free to use tools except for the ChatGPT premium one, but ChatGPT will enable you to use the image computer vision as well as image generation for some prompts for free every day. Okay, so use those limits to generate your own text as well as the images. Thank you so much for being in today's class. The masterclass code is Einstein, so you can scan this and take your attendance for today. So just remember that today's masterclass code is Einstein, and it's a tribute to the great Albert Einstein. Also, if you want to connect to me, you can scan my LinkedIn. It will be shared on the PPT that you will receive. So the link is here. The team will also be sharing the link on the chat box. Once again, thank you so much. Have a very, very good evening and a very good night. See you in the next masterclass, where we will be designing our own chatbots from scratch.
Thank you, Amit, for such an excellent and engaging session on artificial intelligence. Dear students, please provide your feedback by filling out the attendance form. The link is already been shared in the chat box by my colleague, and the scanner, the code is already mentioned. I mean, it's on the screen. Also, there is one information that you need to complete the learning plan as an individual but not as a team, as it was explained in the last class. The other deliverables you need to complete as a team but not a learning plan specifically. Additionally,